And here we are today with Chris, finished top 48 at the Toronto Regional. Going to show off his list for us today. Chris, you have any words you want to say about the list before we get into it?
Yeah, Flunder I think was a really overlooked deck going into the Toronto Regionals. Like, I don't think people's sides were prepared for it at all. Like, pretty much a lot of people just said, yeah, I don't have anything to deal with your deck at the moment. So it was pretty much, they either open Droll or they let me do my full combo. So it was pretty good a lot of times.
Yeah, that Droll and Lockbird card is in fact a card of the format. So why don't we get into the list?
All right, so starting off, we have the standard ratio of 3 Robina, 3 Eaglin, 1 Toucan, and 1 Stree. Pretty standard. You only really want to see these two. I know some people like to play more than 1 Toucan or Stree, but in all honesty, they only are really good in the opening if you see open map with it. If you had map, then you'd much rather have these bird gameplays. So that's it for those. For the big birds, we have double M-Pen.
Double M-Pen.
1 Snowl.
There he is.
Ryza.
There's the Ryza.
And the Avian.
Of course.
So 5 big birds. I'm pretty sure this is correct. Snowl was actually crazy. It came up a lot of times in like games where you need to like FTK on the spot, or they just win. Like it came up against Interior Runic, where they had like 10 cards in hand, but like I just was able to tribute over their fountain with wins, and if they got another turn, they would have won, but I was able to FTK them with Snowl because of the extra normal summons.
Snowl is a card of all time. Big fan.
It absolutely is. It's just crazy. And for the spice, we got 2
Here it is.
Bird of Perfection.
There it
Sword,
is.
And the one to go field spell to go along with it, Elbor. So if you don't know, the purpose of this card is it's mainly for chain blocking. If you search this off of Robina, it allows you to chain block Eaglin, and that's really important in this deck because you always want to secure Eaglin on the field in order to get to your M-Pen. And the field spell helps with mainly OTKing. It gives you an extra normal, and it lets your big birds become 1 tribute. So it's a good way to push through interruptions on that turn 3 for the kill.
Yeah, don't forget that 300 attack boost as well.
Yes, that
it does come up. 3K
up.
M-Pen, it does come up.
Yeah, it's really sick, man. And then only 1 monster hand trap.
Yep. There he is.
This card resulted so many times over the regionals. It was insane. Like so many decks just cannot play through this. This is mandatory in the main.
For sure. It's bad into like exactly cash, right?
Yes, only cash. That's the only deck you ever side us out into. Everything else you keep it in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, on to the spells. We have, of course, 3 map.
There they are.
Fourth map, and then.
With 3 advents, for sure.
This card won me so many games. They just do not. A lot of people just do not respect this card.
For sure. There's your answer to Imperm as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's your dodge of it. It's Imperm, and then the 1 wins.
Yep.
And the 1 called by. Now,
1 call by.
Wins was probably the most broken card this whole regionals. I did like some disgusting stuff with the card. I tributed, I think, 4 of their monsters one game. I think, yeah, like this card just absolutely did everything for me. Without it, like, yeah, it just basically was the game determining card in like so many games.
For sure, the GOAT flu card right here.
Yeah, and the call by, it didn't come up that much, but theoretically it does stop Droll. I did not get to called by Droll today, but it was a good card regardless because I did like hit a couple ashes with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then we have the pots.
Yep. Here's the pots. 3 dualities.
3 prosperity. Pretty normal, you know. Nothing really to say much here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it means that you're not on the no extra deck build, which is kind of the one that's been people have been messing with, right?
I saw that list, the YCS London list, and honestly, I think you really need the consistency of prosperity. This deck just really wants every bit of consistency it can get to ensure that you do not brick. Like,
for sure.
Over the course of the regional, I only ever like soft bricked once, which was just like a thoroughly like unplayable hand. But like every other time, like I opened playable, mostly thanks to those pots. So I think the pots are pretty well mandatory.
Absolutely.
I don't really like the no extra deck concept. And then finishing off the main deck, we have 3 Dark Moon no more.
There it is.
For the Sprite matchup. Only played it once though. And 2 Book of Moon. Just really good general card. Also stops Imperm. And then this is half the deck right here.
last card.
The one Dreaming Town.
There we
This
go.
is half your end board. Can't go without it.
Dreaming Town M-Pen.
Yeah.
The strongest Floowandereeze end board. There we go.
Really innocuous, but ended on it so many times, and it just won me games. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. On to the side deck, I guess.
For sure, yeah. We'll do side now.
3 nib
3 nibs.
and 3 droll for the monsters.
For sure.
The biggest bird, certainly. You sign in both these guys going second into almost pretty much every matchup. Droll came up so many times. I got to Droll like Sprite, they just passed. I got to Droll Kashtira, they just passed. And Nib only really came up once against Kashtira, but it's theoretically like just FPK against Kashtira if they try to 5-block you, which is like the only thing you're really scared of against Cash. Because otherwise, the Cash Flu matchup is actually really in the favor of Floowandereeze, thanks to that in-engine hooks.
Yep, absolutely. Resolving Snarl against Cash is above average, I'd say.
Yes, it's really good.
Slightly better than average.
Yeah, we only play 3 spells, 3 Cosmic. Good at hitting Fountain, good at hitting random back row. Yeah, only really came up once. But
yeah. The big one's anti-spell as well, right?
Oh,
like
yes.
You want to get that anti-spell fragrance. It's a tough matchup into anti-spell going post side.
Yeah, for sure. 3 Featherstorm, for the auto win cards.
There you go.
2-dimensional barrier. And the 1 trap trick.
The 1 trap trick.
These cards, yeah, not much to say about them. They kind of just play them.
They're the closers.
Yeah, they kind of just win you the game on the spot. There was not a game where I resolved one of these and did not win.
For sure.
Like, yeah, because you give Flu that 1 turn and they just, they have the world's their oyster.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
And then, yeah, so that's pretty much it for the traps.
Absolutely.
The extra deck, I don't know.
Yeah, how many times did this come up?
Well, actually, I did go into it once against Cash. I made specifically Relinquished Anima, and I got to steal their Big Eye to push for lethal.
Oh, that's
because
disgusting.
They played into the Relinquished Anima zone. Yeah.
You gotta respect it. You have to respect it.
Yeah, that was the only one that came up. Other than that, you got the best Zeus pilot.
Kikinagashi Fucho, yep.
The other Zeus pilot, 2
The
of
Assembled
those,
Nightingales.
2 Downer,
Yep.
2 Zeus.
Yep.
That's it for the XYZs. And then just random link monsters that did not come up.
Just some chaff to kind of burn off of that those prosperities, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Theoretically, this beats over Baguska.
Yeah, that's with map, right?
Yeah. You can. There's a play where you can play map, normal a bird off a map, not use its effect, and then use your normal on another bird, and then make any link to or Assembled Nightingale and go for either Zeus or beat over Baguska.
For sure.
Theoretically, that could come up. It didn't, so...
Yeah, it's Pen Pass is a little bit stronger than that, I'd say.
Yeah, but, it's there, so...
For sure, definitely.
But yeah,
all right.
Overall, I'd say I was very happy with the list. I was pretty happy with how it turned out. Did not expect to do that well on Flu out of all decks,
right?
But, yeah, it was pretty fun, so...
All right, fantastic. Any last shout-outs or any thoughts on the deck? Any final thoughts?
Shout-outs to Team X9, everyone Team X9. Thank you for lending me cards.
Team X9.
The best team. Shout-outs to Matthew, John, Vincent, Jacob, Wenjin, any other people I forgot off the top of my head. But yeah, you guys are all great. And yeah, thank you so much to Tom for letting me do this deck profile.
My pleasure. All right, thank you.